David Gail, it's Mr. Owen.
It's Mr. Ciarán.
It's Mr. Rory.
We are representing Naomh Eanna Community Class Gael by participating in the Dermot Early Youth Leadership Initiative programme.
The Dermot Early Youth Leadership Initiative is a countrywide programme that looks to find the leaders of tomorrow, both on and off the pitch. This is the third of 3 modules, known as the Community Action Project.
To put together our Community Action Project, we started off by getting some research done individually about coronavirus and how it has affected people and their own social health. And after that, we had to go up to our club, Naomh Eanna Glengormley, and we needed to interview the county chairman, Ciarán McCavana, and cultural officer Rosie Kinnear about how Covid-19 has affected them and the social impact on their lives. And when we had the videos, we had to go away and analyse what both of them had said and then write down our own individual script about the social impact of the pandemic on young people across the UK and Ireland.
What was new? Throughout our presentation, we will be itemising the impacts of COVID-19 on society as a whole and how we continue to struggle socially throughout such an unprecedented nature in the so-called new normal.
I think it's safe to say that there hasn't been anyone on the island, or even the planet, that hasn't been affected by the ruthlessness of COVID-19 to an extent where we've had to distance ourselves from the way we used to operate only a few short months ago.
We've all been affected in a variety of ways at some point during COVID-19. There's been a lack or loss of something or someone, or even including in which the way we take our social lives for granted. And yet we take this as an opportunity to make the most of them through all available and ideal costs while we still can and may so choose.
Hence the reason why we will re-emphasise the extent in which we are keen to develop the message of maintaining a healthy, a positive and a social outlook.
When lockdown was put into place on the 12th of March, life changed for everyone. However, young people's social health was particularly affected. The introduction of social distancing and isolation meant that life had come to a halt. We were unable to do simple things we took for granted, such as visiting family and friends, going to school, or even going to the shops. This led to many problems, as the lack of social contact caused feelings of loneliness, isolation and anxiety. The lack of school routine removed the familiar environment and meant we had to struggle through schoolwork without the assistance or comfort of classmates. Even free time activities, such as sport, had to cease, which led to a loss of team bonds, and many people suffered from withdrawal symptoms as they were suddenly ripped from the teams, leagues and communities that they poured their love and dedication towards. On top of all this, young people were put under increased pressure to follow the lockdown restrictions, as it was suspected that we could carry the virus without displaying such obvious symptoms. This is what County Antrim Chairman Ciarán McCavana had to say about his experience of COVID-19.
Ciarán McCavana Rosie Kinnear, Community Class Gael, Antrim.
How have you, as county chairman, been using your time throughout COVID-19 and the lockdown?
Well, I suppose like everyone, so for run this morning, getting a bit of time, usually run about with the county, and I also coach in my own club, but we've used the time within the county. We've been very busy, I suppose doing a bit of house cleaning, stuff you should have done, but in my own club, Naomh Eanna, where we are this morning, I'm up here doing the food banks. Every Saturday I come up and help out with the food banks with my wife and my children and my niece and sister, mother be other in the club, other people in the club, and we've been at this right from the start. So the delivery comes midweek. We've got a list. I think we do up to 100 parcels. So that's been taking my time up. Been good for me, to be honest, in the earlier stages where you couldn't get out of the house. I was glad to get out of the house, to be truthful. And it also was good to show the community the side of the GA that we're centre of the community. We're not just delivering to the GA families, we're delivering across the community from all different parts of the area. So it's kept us in touch with the area and showed the best of the GA, that we are a community-based organisation.
And what has the county done as a whole to help people throughout COVID-19 now that we can't play games or train?
Okay, well, I mean, everyone always focuses on the county teams, which is our flagship teams. They have been doing their stuff through Zoom and that, training away on one-to-one. But as clubs, we have put together Frankie Quinn, our Rooney, our secretary, is actually along with Ulster GA in a COVID group, which works with all other groups throughout the 6 counties with providing services That's how we tied into here, the Department of Communities, and we're one of the length and breadth of Antrim, from Belfast right up to the Glens, right out to the Loch Shore. Teams have been involved in providing help to the community. For example, Ciarán McCavana Rosie have been doing deliveries for pickup for prescriptions in the community. I've seen in the Glens they've tapped into, Ossians have tapped into a wider group there, and in Belfast you have, for example, Sarsfields have been doing a great idea. They were getting all other clubs to lead in washing, shampoo, stuff like that, because they had heard that people working on the front line in hospitals weren't getting out to get time to get, at the start it was hard to get hold of shampoo and conditioner and washing facilities. Gordon and Mona, Ladjar, just to name a few. So most clubs in Antrim have been at the forefront, and again, like my own club, out there showing what's good about the community are doing. Every club in Antrim has been doing it, that's effectively it. So we've just been coordinating, helping with that, and letting clubs get on with what to do best, being centre of the community.
What advice would you give to someone who's finding it hard to cope because of these unnational times?
Well, to be honest, like that, first of all, they say it's good to talk, and it is. You know, myself, to be honest, I would think I'm a fairly strong-willed person. Like sport, like training. You know, be fairly level-headed. And I found myself, to be honest, you know, maybe your work wasn't as intense, too much time in the house, and I was getting a bit anxious, a bit nervous, you know, and you know, I was going out and doing a bit of sport, which usually would relieve anything like that, but going for a run or a cycle. But I even found that just wasn't really doing it for me. So, you know, I would advise people just to talk to people, because remember, for the GAA, it provides focus in our life. You know, it's a structure. For me, the GAA means from when I was under 6, under 8, training 3-4 times a week matches, and even as a coach or a chairman of a club or a county chairman, it means news meeting, I'm still coaching. So when that structure is taken away from me, you know, and I always said the day I stopped playing Pell as a money act, you know, you don't realise until you're out of the dressing room how much of a team, that what you get out of the team. It's a lot more than what you put in. You don't realise how much you get out of having teammates and the enjoyment you get out not just training and playing football or hurling, but actually how much of emotional strength you get out of that group. And so I would say to young people, you know, generally I know we all like our phones and we all WhatsApps and all, but there's nothing like human contact. So, you know, do phone your friends, do meet up and go for a run, as long as you're social distancing. Do, you know, even now the rules have changed, go out and have a bit of a pop about in the local park or whatever. So, and if you are feeling a bit down, do speak to somebody, you know, and the GAA is a big family, and there's always someone in this family that is open to speak to you. So if you're feeling unwell or just a wee bit on nerves, that, you know, on edge or whatever, that you go and speak to your manager or your team captain or your friend or a peer within your group and say, look, I need a bit of help here. You get a bit of help, and like your calf, like your foot, any other injury, you'll get better, you know. So just don't be afraid to speak up about it.
Since the 12th of March 2020, life has changed dramatically, in positive and in negative ways. The positives being that 44% of people have become closer to friends and family, and that 32% of young people are doing something good to benefit their local community. For example, delivering boxes of food and other supplies to elderly people who cannot leave their house because of the coronavirus. The negatives being 89% of people are reportedly bored during lockdown due to not having very much to do. The lockdown has affected us all differently, depending on how varied our lives may be. Adults on the furlough scheme and not being able to attend work, children being off schools in the middle of March, and elderly people being restricted to their own homes and relying on food supplies. For some, our social lives have been affected very badly due to social distancing and our favourite social heritage being shut. Other individuals, social life has not changed drastically. However, one thing that we can all agree on is that life will be different for many months to follow, and that a new normal is something that we're all going to have to get used to.
Do you wish, especially Rosie Kinnear, I'm the cultural officer for Naomh Eanna Glengormley.
So how have you been spending your time through COVID-19 and the lockdown?
Well, we decided pretty early on that there was going to be issues with people getting out to be able to go about their messages, getting their prescriptions, getting their food, particularly with the elderly. There is quite a large elderly community in Glengormley, and as a club we have a lot of elderly people who you'd see on the sidelines of pitches, grandparents of kids in the Gale school. So we decided from the off that we needed to do something to try and assist them. Basically everything that's followed until now, 12 weeks later, came initially from that conversation of trying to help out. So every Saturday we do a food bank. We get the deliveries from the Department of Communities on a Wednesday, and then put them into the hall. And on Saturday, volunteers, whether it be from the Gale School, from the sporting element of Naomh Eanna, or just people who are part of the Couple Eanna community, come up, grab a couple of boxes and deliver them to people in need. So that's how I've been spending my time during COVID-19.
How has Naomh Eanna come to the assistance of people in this community throughout COVID-19, and what inspired you to help out and provide aid?
Well, the great thing with the GA is that it is a big large family, so from whether wee babies are born in the GA families, that have wee baby GA talks, and right up to, grandparents stand on the sidelines of matches and coming to celebrations or sacraments of the kids in the Gale school. So it really is a club from cradle to grave, really. So it was very easy in terms of getting people to help out. People came from all over the sectors of Couple Eanna to help out, and there's some Saturdays that we have more delivery drivers and we have boxes to deliver, and we do 100 boxes a week. So I decided to get involved because I'm a committee member, but equally because it felt like a really easy way to spend a couple of hours on Saturday to in a very meaningful way help the community in a very tangible way.
How have you been affected personally during coronavirus?
I needed to leave my mummy and daddy's house, which was hard. My daddy had a heart attack last year, so he's in the high risk category, and because of doing the food bank here, and I'm self-employed, so I had to still work for a time, during the first phase of lockdown. I just thought it was better to leave the house to make him as safe as possible, and I'm a real mummy and daddy's girl, so that was difficult. But WhatsApp and FaceTime and all are absolutely brilliant. It's overused, but it is just about a new normal, so that's been difficult. Like I said, I'm self-employed, so that's been, a worry as well, but really it's just brought home to me personally, that your health is your wealth, and, just thankful that everybody in my immediate family and my club family are safe and well, and there's a lot of clubs across the country that can't say that, so I'm very thankful, we're very thankful that I haven't been personally affected by COVID, only to kind of reassess priorities about what's important, and that's the thing I would be taking out of it the most.
What advice would you give to someone who found it difficult to cope because of these unprecedented times?
Definitely just to reach out. I mean, it's really simple advice, but a problem shared is a problem halved, and there's nobody, I don't think you could speak to anybody, particularly through COVID, in terms of reaching out, that wouldn't have had those same struggles and fears and trying to get through it, where it's a mass thing that's affecting everybody all over the 32 counties. Nobody hasn't been touched by it in some way, shape or form. So it's whether it's picking up a phone to a friend, whether it's picking up the phone to a family member, everybody just needs to be a lot more forthcoming in terms of feeling down. Because you're feeling down, there doesn't need to be a tragedy in your life to be struggling with your mental health. Everybody has different problems at different times, and the isolation factor, particularly in a GAA context where you are together numerous times a week all of the time, taking that off people, that support, it's very difficult. So it would just be reach out, and don't feel like you need to justify, a low day. Just reach out, chat, and hopefully, sleep and a good laugh, and you'll be right as rain after that. It's all about keeping perspective, and I think that's difficult to do when we're on a slower pace of life. So the only advice I have to anybody is reach out, and I think you'd be surprised by how much that simple act can really help.
How can we, as one big vibrant community within the GA, prevent further deterioration of what was once a natural social outlook? Well, naturally, at times it could have went both ways, in a positive or a negative way. Yet even then, the tiniest bit of hope would have been seen to seep through the cracks. But given times like these, a negative outlook begins to draw closer to us than ever, which really defines the meaning of demoralisation. Now, it's essential for us all to reiterate the rhetoric, it's okay not to be okay, and it couldn't be more true. But how can we prevent COVID's potent imprudent manner and behaviour for which it has shown no sympathy for, and its impact on both a communal and societal outlook? Well, there are a number of different roads we can go down in order to cope with this new normal, like trying something new, for instance, whether it be to learn a language, or during Shanagol, Ciarán McCavana, to keep the fitness up, to rejuvenate the mindset, or even be aware of how you speak and treat people who might also be feeling vulnerable and isolated. Distance yourself from your struggles and maintain that positive attitude and outlook, and use your time to achieve something that you may not have previously done, for a willingness to try is imperative for progress to be made.